Here's that moment when you just realize you're late. What is up, everybody? Oh man, it's like I just wanted to do some things. It's like, okay, hold on a second. Yeah, give me a few seconds here. I was like, wait a second. I was like, wait a second. I was like reading something, and then all of a sudden, oh, we're starting. So give me a second. But hope you're all having a lovely day today, Wednesday, December 10th, in the great year 2024. It's time to learn some things. And I've learned a lot in the last week. Like, holy moly. And then, and also had a lot of frustrations as well, just trying to figure out some certain things. But it's all part of the process, right? Right? In struggle, we become stronger. Or in struggle, we learn. Okay, so let me turn this off. All right, here we go. All right, we're good. I think we're good. We're good. Let's go. Buttons. Let's do this. Let's make sure. Okay. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. All right, cool. Holy moly, everybody. Happy December 10th in the great year of 2024. Let me get this set up the way I wanted to as well. But okay. Quick little updates. What have I learned? What have I figured out in the last, week or so? I learned how to set up Blender. I was able to start coloring textures in Blender, editing like texture files, the color maps, the normal maps, the rough maps, the metal maps, all those different maps. And I know there's a part that, hold on a second, there's a button that's like stuck. Okay. Oh, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's like I might need to get a new stream deck, because like when the buttons get stuck on here now, get stuck in there. So let me see. So I know there's one specific thing I want to do tonight, is go through the process of setting up a grenade, a Microbot grenade. So I'm going to use the Microbot model, the NIF file, set a grenade, throw it, but when it explodes, it actually, or when it falls, it actually turns into a mobile Microbot. And what that does is going to try to find an enemy, and then, like, when it finds an enemy, it blows up. That's the concept I want to do. I think the method's there. It's just trying to put in all the pieces to make it happen. That's it. Because yeah, you've seen in Shattered Space where there's a grenade that actually pops up one of those what do it called? I don't even know what it's called. It does pop up as some kind of NPC. So we'll kind of track that process. Like, so we'll write down the steps that we're gonna do. But before that, this is the things that I don't understand yet, and have come across. Or say things I don't quite understand yet, or don't understand yet. The biggest one that I have not figured out at all, and I don't know if it exists for Starfield yet. It seems to exist for Fallout or Skyrim. How to set up collisions. Because, like, yeah, everything I've done so far is like you got this small little mini collision, like square. I think that they had like convex, like, was it Fallout has convex collision or something like that? They could set up and have it in the Nifscope. I've read something where you can set up collisions in 3D Studio Max. That is out of the question. It's like, it's all the price for that thing. It's like, nope. It's like, I'm still a hobbyist in trying to figure this out, and I'm going to support Blender as much as I can. But yeah, I learned how to. So I created Blender, but I used the donut tutorial. I was going through the donut tutorial. But yeah, let me figure out, what is that called? It's not called convex collision. Set up collisions in, what's it called? Nifscope. Create convex shape. That you could set up collisions in Nifscope. So that's one thing I don't understand. All right. There was a second one. I can't remember what it was now. But this is the biggest issue I was like trying to figure out for a long time. File has the create convex shape. They can set up collisions. That you can set up collisions in Nifscope. Super nice. I wish I could do that for Starfield right now. But every time I look at a Starfield object in Nifscope, it doesn't have that option. Like, do you have this? I saw that there's a specific. Oh, let me show you. Let me just show you. Yeah, right here. Let's open up one of these guys. So I've set this up to set up all the NIF files to open up in Nifscope. So there's this one part right here, like a BHKNP collision object, where if you look at the physics system, you have binary data. And I don't know what it's like. How does that work? How does that work? And then what I tried to do was superimpose my new object on like this grenade, right? But I feel like all I can say is I don't know. I don't understand it. I tried to see if I could apply whatever this was to a brand new object, like another geometry that I brought in, and it doesn't do it. So I don't understand this whole part. I tried looking up, like even try to use something that's similar, like another shape that's similar to the object that I'm working on. It's like, no, there's nothing changes. It feels like this thing is only getting applied to the grenade, and maybe it's because it's the naming conventions. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. It's like, oh, you use this, or this is going to apply to this, and that's how it works. That's one thing I haven't explored yet, and maybe I'll explore it. Well, we'll see. If I have time tonight, maybe I'll explore it, but I have a certain trajectory, and I want to create a Microbot a grenade that you throw, and then the Microbot is then alive and can actually run to somebody and explode. That's the idea. Like it does I think it wants to do it. I want to have it do a headbutt and then boom. Like it's a melee attack. So yeah, that's the part I don't understand. One, it's going to be this. There's something else I didn't understand, but I lost it. Like, okay, yeah, things I don't understand yet. How to set up collision. Boom. How to set up collisions. Hey, what's up, Boba Louie? So the only difference, the enemy secret Microbot, like a mine, but the thing is, I want, like when I throw the Microbot, it actually turns into an NPC. So it's actually you see a robot that will go towards somebody. It'll go towards somebody, and then when it hits that person, it explodes. So yeah, it's not gonna be proximity based. It's gonna actually try to hit it. It's gonna use its melee attack and then explode at that like point blank. So this is kind of like the. Let me see if I can find. Let me see if I can find this guy. Shattered space grenades. So it's kind of based on this concept. Let me see. Do I have? Let me let me find it here. Yeah, this one spawns a vortex horde. The vortex grenade lure. Right? It spawns a vortex horror. So what I want to do is when I throw the grenade, it spawns another Microbot, which then tries to seek down an enemy and kill it. That's the idea. And I kind of did it in a tutorial. Like after explosion happens, it all of a sudden like a robot pops up. So that's the kind of concept I was had. It's like, okay, I know the method of doing it. And the one part that I wanted to do, and because I think I have two versions of this grenade. One, it pops up a Microbot and it chases down. It tries to hunt down it hunts down somebody and it explodes when it hits it. The other one, you throw it, it spawns a Microbot, but then it starts fighting for you. So maybe I'll have two versions of this grenade, like this spawning a Microbot and all of a sudden it starts fighting. So that's the kind of concept. I feel like two type of grenades I want to try to set up is what I want to do. But yeah. But you know, it's interesting. I do want to look up a mine now. I do want to look up a mine, because what if instead of the exploding Microbot, instead of it trying to we'll see. I don't know. Maybe because like if I could apply the concept of a mine to an NPC, we'll look it up. We'll look into that concept too, because it'd be kind of cool that, hey, you see this microbot that's moving around, it's coming towards you, instead of trying to hit you with a melee, because that's how I'm going to set it off. It's going to be a melee that has an explosion, and when that explosion happens, then it sets off the robot. That was the idea. But maybe if it is a proximity, like the robot gets close to you, like it's moving towards you, and it gets close to you, then maybe proximity would be a good idea too. So that's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea, Babalooey. So yeah, that's another method I could go about. But yeah, we'll take a look. All right, so things I don't understand. That's one. Things I've learned. I'll do this. Things I've learned since last week. And when I get more comfortable with these pieces, then I'll do some tutorial videos on it since last week. I learned how to use Blender. Learned how to use Blender. Can I type? I learned how to use Blender via the donut tutorial, which is really fun, and I'm probably gonna put donuts in this game at some point. And through a mod, I'll probably put the donut in here. And then learn how the Starfield geometry bridge works. Painted a texture through Blender, which is probably the best way to do it. So admittedly, it's like if you're playing it, like learning about UV mapping, how all that stuff's like probably the best way to do it. Can you link that? The tutorial? Oh yeah, sure. As I look around, it's like, how do I? Where? Let me find it. Let me find it. The one I use 4.0. It might be better to use 3.5. Is there one for 3.5? Well, 3.0. So you got 3.0 or this one. But yeah, you want to look for the Blender Guru. He also
Here's
has
how the average.
He also has a site. He also has a site that has a lot of free and available resources for you. A plugin for Blender. So I mean, I highly recommend this guy because, like, hey, you know what? If you can and the free textures. I mean, yeah, of course, there's a free part so you can start learning. But what's cool about the free stuff he also puts out there is that you can use it for personal or commercial reasons. So yeah, there's like no license fees on that at all. But let me see. This is the one I use, but there's some. I know that I was using 3.9.6 or 3.6.9. Blender 3.6.9. But yeah, let me see. Let me link him. Let me link him.
If you've just
So let me go here. So do that. And then I'll post it into chat as well. Or try to post it in chat. 1 second. It's like I realized that I don't have my chat up on here. Or try to post it in chat. Oh, nope. There. Boom. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, learn how the Starfield geometry bridge works. So, let me see. Painted a texture through Blender. And yeah, I'd say probably editing through Blender is ideal because you can see where things are, and like you can also isolate certain parts of the object if you like. And yeah, well, maybe we'll show that tonight. I mean, I know I have a tutorial lined up for that, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Because I'm going simple. I'm going with a simple part of just going through the process of setting up the grenade, and then if we have time tonight, then I'll start figuring out, all right, how do I want to make this look, right? I don't want to make it look like it's the other robots. I want to make it look a little bit more dangerous, like red, blacks, kind of say, hey, this has an explosive nature to it. We'll see. So we got that. Learn geometry, painted a texture. Probably the best way to do. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Better means of organizing files, because like if I'm not here, I'm working on my laptop, right? So over the weekend I was doing laptop work through Blender and trying to organize all the different NIF files, the DDS files, all that kind of stuff, all the mesh files. And I realized that, okay, if I wanted to keep things simple, and the other part too is like, of course my laptop's slower than my home setup, is that you have all these, like when you're working with all the loose files, it slows everything down, So this is changing my workflow process of how I want to set this whole process up or do everything, right? It doesn't make sense for me to leave my custom files in the standard structure. So yeah, better organization of files for an for a more efficient process. All right. So yeah, let me explain this, because this is crazy when you think about it. So like how I was going about it originally, right, is that I had like this is my new method, but like originally I'd put in my edits within the current directory structure, right? I'd put in, it's like, all right, let me put my new Model A combat texture and whatever it is within the standard paths for everything of how Starfield does it, right? And then I realized, like, oh my gosh, like tracking all this stuff, like if I'm moving things from between computer to computer, it's like it doesn't make any sense. So now I'm like, all right, I'm adopting the method. It's like I'm gonna have one one root folder that has my custom whatever meshes. So I'm going to have a JRamos Works folder in meshes, in the textures. If in the geometries folder, if you decide to go that method, and that's another thing I learned. Yeah. So yeah, I've just started this tonight, and I'll probably move everything I did over the last week into this thought process where it's just gonna make things so much easier. I don't think I did it here yet. So yeah, I was only working with meshes so far with this new process that I had in mind. Yeah, same things. Like, I'm probably gonna figure out a better method of dealing with materials, because like, yeah, once again, it slows your system down. Well, it slows Starfield and Starfield Creation Kit down because it's trying to load everything, all these loose files. I also thought of a different method. Maybe I can create a BA2 file, right? A .ba2 file that just holds all the textures accordingly, and so it only loads the BA2 files. It doesn't load any other loose files. That's another thought I had. But yeah, anyway, it's just trying to optimize your workflow so that you can get to your final creation faster. Because man, like over the weekends, like it's like, this is so slow. This is so slow. That's all I had in my mind. It's like, this is so slow. Let me see. What else is there that I want to... So yeah. But yeah, better for a more efficient process. Having your files scattered in the standard directory paths will be confusing, and will make workflow process, or your I guess workflow process lower. That's it. Sure. Oh, so this is the one thing. Does anybody use Xbox Series X to play Starfield? I think I got it right, but I haven't confirmed it with somebody that has Xbox Series. So like Red 13 and Armament, I've changed a few things to the looks, and I don't know if it's showing correctly. I think it is now. I think I figured out the appropriate process for this and the appropriate compressions, but on PC, exporting your DDS files and getting the right compression for them, it's a lot more forgiving than it is on Xbox. And I figured out two things about Xbox where you on how to set it up. So I'm trying one method first before I try the other, because I want to confirm that this method, like the first method I want to do, works first. Because if it doesn't, I'll say this: if it does, it'll make my process a lot faster. If it doesn't, then it creates another Then I think the final step that I need to go to, it just makes another. It just puts in another step to make sure that things work on Xbox. Like having new textures show appropriately on Xbox. On Xbox, in Xbox. Yeah, because this is another part that I saw. This is another part. So if I look at my BA2 files, let's just go modified here. For the latest one, right, you have your main and your textures. This is going to be your PC stuff, and you have your ones for Xbox. I also didn't realize this, so that's another thing I learned. That because what I would usually do is that when I'm ready to upload something, and I'm just going to go here real quick. Some stuff does need to be exported differently for Xbox. Is that... Thank you, Essedir. So, do I need to compress it specifically for Xbox, or can I use the same compression I'm using for PC? Wait, can't find the Bethesda servers. Okay, never mind. Okay, now it's logged in. But yeah, what I would do originally was like, all right, upload plugin. All right, let me just save this real quick. Because I did find the tool that allows me to take my current texture files, DDS files, and export them to Xbox. But if I can just copy and paste. So yeah, I do need to make a specific Xbox BA2. Right. So the issue that I ran into was with textures. But yeah, when I did this, right, and I just did this, make sure I set this to the ESM. So what I would do is include archives, and then to package everything, I would hit generate. Right, I would hit generate. It'd find all the files for me. At least that's what I thought at first when I was doing only scripts. When I started creating different textures, right, it doesn't find it for me automatically. So I had to, like, basically find everything I needed to do. So that's the method I was using before. But now I'm using like what's it called? Where's my tools? Now I'm using Archive 2 to help me out, right? So I got Archive 2 to help me out here. But yeah, the last step, okay, just FYI, and I don't know, you can comment on this as well. This is what I was doing in this process, was like, all right, I exported everything correctly from main BA2 and textures, and I just made a copy of it. It doesn't find the terrain files either? Okay, that makes sense. So this is the last thing I did for Xbox. I exported my main, I exported my textures, I duplicated these and appended the Xbox on there. Because one thing that happened when I was trying to let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let me just show you what I was doing. So, yeah, and I'll just make sure I don't upload it. Right? So include archives, I would go to generate. Generate. Okay, it's generate. So yeah, this is the method that I would do. And I don't know, I found one place that said, hey, just copy your PC exported piece and just put BA2 on it. And I was like, okay. So it's like, if that works, that's great. If it doesn't work, then I need to use another tool and just say, here's the Xbox version. And I'll start, while that's going, while that's generating, let me just go ahead and, okay, it did it already. All right, so this is what it generates. It says, all right, these are all your files that you have. So here's my scripts, here's my meshes. It picked up some other things like, okay, that's not going to change. So I said, because like, yeah, when I started with scripts, it was easy. I'll just say this, working with the scripts, it's like, that's easy. Oh, I found everything, perfect. So now that I'm working with meshes and other stuff, right? So I know that the Minibot base A, that's not, like, that was something I was working on, but it's nothing. It's something I'm not uploading. Skeletons, no. It's like it picks up things that it sees there's a modification to as well. So the only thing that, like all these, like no, I need the model A's. What is this one? Yeah, it needs that. And I wish I could see the whole thing. Let me see. Let me try. Okay, the other part I would do, I'd collect external data. I'm pretty sure you want to jet. Yeah, and that's what I've been doing. But yeah, I'll show you what happens when I try to put texture files, the .dds files in here. Okay, so here we go. Going back into this, I try to. Okay, so I don't need this. Like anything that's the standard path, I didn't make any actual edits in it, so I don't want that uploading. Sometimes. Okay, what's it doing? What's it doing? All right. Like this one, which I don't understand why it's picking it up. I mean, I just looked at it. It's like, so all the JROMs work. So this one, don't want that one. Can I just do this? Oh, I can. Okay. But yeah, anyway. So this one's the new one I've been working on. And yeah, that's probably one thing I want to do too. Is like, all right, that's another reason why it's like I'm probably gonna put a root folder just for my stuff. So I say, all right, I know this is coming from my stuff. Make sure it's in there. All right. So now the part that I need are texture files. And if I go add, and I go through the whole find the texture file process. It's already in data already, textures. And we just go open, let me do one that's already been exported, Model S, this one, and let me just grab gun arm color, right? Hit open, and then, and just, yeah, I mean, I'm not, just pack the file, See, this is what happens. Invalid platform. This only happens for Xbox. So if I go into Windows, right, all right, I'll do it for Windows, pack files, it's packing everything. It created two different BA2 files. So let me go back here, date modified. So there it is. So I create my main BA2 and my textures BA2. If this is true, because I did read it somewhere, I don't remember if it was Reddit or Nexus. I did a search for this, like how do I export textures DDS files, right? So if I open this up, it'll open up my archive too. It has the DDS file in there. Okay? Now, the thought was, all you have to do is just append the Xbox naming convention to this. So let me see. So that's what I did. So that's what I thought I did. All right, cool. Let me. Wait, where's the rest of this stuff? Oh wait, did it delete it? It deleted it, didn't I? So yeah, all I did was like, all right, copy, paste this too, and then just put. I can't remember. Was it Xbox? Xbox main? Xbox? I don't know. But yeah, basically just say, all right, just put Xbox on there. I think it was underscore Xbox. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Let's see. And then if I go back into File, Upload Plugin and Archive. So this, include archive. Yeah, I found it. So I was finding it. Right? So if it found it, then I thought, okay, maybe that works. But then I know I had like one person I was working on Xbox Series and said, hey, I'm not seeing, like the textures are not showing correctly. It's like, okay, let me try this. So the next part I thought was, all right, maybe it's the compression. I did the compression correctly, at least here. I'll show you what I did. So I went through another tool. Just do tab here, tools. The one that I got was DDS converter. All right, just trying to find this out. So if I go to, wow, it's all the way back here. Go data, and go to. Let's go to textures. And we'll use this one. We'll select this folder. It'll scan everything in that folder. And what was nice about this was it tells you exactly what they were using in the game. It's like, what's the format they use? Oh, BC4U. They use the BC1 UNorm sRGB. That's technically, if I understand this correctly, that's the alpha channel based BC1 like format. So I don't know if that's true or not, if it should be this way, but what's great about this, it has the Xbox compression. You can convert it to Xbox. So you can say, all right, I want to make sure I got the original size, generate the bitmaps. I want to use the match the original, but change it to Xbox. So you can go through all those DDS files, just convert them all to the Xbox format. But I'm trying to see if I could avoid this process. Because if I can't avoid this process, then I could avoid it one more step. But I need someone to confirm that for me. I don't know. Because, yeah, I'm not sure. Now is it. So, yeah. So that's a process I'm thinking about. If there is an additional steps, like, all right, let me just convert it to Xbox. Let me just take that other step. I did do some reading on it, but I don't know. Maybe it was for an older Xbox. I don't know if the newer Xbox, the Xbox Series X, says, hey, we can use these different compressions. But like the Xbox DDS compression for this has like a different format. So that's the one part I don't know. Not completely sure about. So if it is true that I can use whatever, what I assume is the appropriate PC version in there for Xbox users to use, then I could avoid that step. So that's the only thing. I just need someone to confirm it, and maybe we'll find out. The person that I was chatting with originally is not available right now. I'm guessing weekends this is game time, and then weekdays is like the days but yeah, he's not playing games. But we'll see. So I left that person to comment, and then we'll find out. But yeah. So that's what I've learned. I mean, but yeah, at any other case too, right? Let me see. I have so much stuff open. Like this is the other part too. Is like so many files need to be open for this. Like what's cool about the archive too is that you can just add files into this directly and just save it. So you can make the modifications there. So that's the one part of my workflow that I started thinking about. It's like, okay, maybe if I only put files that I'm working on and want to test in here, and then I could like turn off the look for loose files in the game, or either on the creation kit, like modify the .ini file so it doesn't look up loose files, and I can only place the files that I want to test into a BA2 file. So it only picks up everything in the BA2 file. So that's another thought process I had for workflow, just to help optimize things and move things along faster. Yeah, so just additional thoughts, like how can I do this better? How can I do this faster? Because yeah, I mean, especially working on my laptops, like this is like everything is so slow. So yeah, that's the part. So those are my learnings. So I got that going. Let me see. Where's it? Learnstream. All right. Having new text show appropriately on Xbox. Either making sure, I guess it, yeah, or just two possible directions. Either make sure, I mean, here's the thing. If I can find an existing Xbox BA2 file with textures in it, then that works. Then okay, I can just use the DDS converter. It's like, all right, confirm. What are the formats for this? Because what I don't like about using or creating DDS files specifically for Xbox, that means that if I want the pathways to be correct, one, I was like, all right, I need to move the Windows-based DDS files, package it here, then switch out to the Xbox files and package it. So that's a process. I'm thinking, like, dang, that is a process. Either make sure you have the appropriate compression for the DDS files, or .dds files for PC, and just rename, just duplicate and rename the .ba2 files that are appropriate for Xbox, or need to create .dd files specifically for Xbox with the Xbox compression. So I'm hoping that this one works. That's all I can say. Hoping this one works. All right. So those are the two things I don't quite understand yet in my process. And when it comes to collisions, like the file has this create convex shape, which is so ideal. So ideal. It's like for collisions, I don't know how anyone else is doing it right now. There's nothing, I haven't found anything out there that talks about collisions. So, yeah, we'll see. You will see. Okay. What else did I learn in the last week? Learn how to use Blender, better organization files for more efficient process. So I'm kind of just implementing that now. I haven't like backtracked on anything else I've worked on just yet, but I'm definitely going to reorganize those pieces. Because another thing that I would do is like, you know, I don't know where all these loose files are. I'm just going to copy the whole like texture directory and move it over. And it's like 1 hour, or the materials. Like if I edited the materials, like I'm not sure where I put like the new ones. Like, all right, let me just copy all of them over. It's like 2 hours or something like that. It's like, well, this isn't helpful. It's like this, like I rather just make my own root directory, and I was like, okay, the only thing I need to copy over is this. So yeah, I think that's the best way to go about it. Is there anything else I learned? I think that's it. Okay, cool. Let's make a grenade. All right. So, steps for making a grid. You know what's funny? It's like I did make a tutorial on how to create a new POI, but I never exported it. So I don't know. So I haven't gone through that process. But I do know that you need to copy that file over if you want to edit somewhere else. But yeah, you need to package it too. Anyway, eventually, I'll probably create a video on the whole process from um, creating something and exporting it and making it live. But yes, until then. Okay, so what I've figured out here is that I need to make the actual mesh, not the scaled down mesh, because like for the NPCs you could scale it down, right? But if I try to place the NAF file smaller, if I try to place the NAF file, like attach it, say, hey, I want you to use this NAF file for the grenade, it gives you the full size. So I need to make it, that's one part I need to do, make it smaller. Apply, what's it called? And I'm learning to call it like geometry. That's another thing I learned. Geometry. All things crazy with the geometries folder. We'll talk about that in a bit. I'll go through the process. I mean, I've already created the smaller version of the Microbot, but I want to show that to you, so I get input or even thoughts on that. Geometry. Apply geometries. What do I want to say here? So this is so interesting. Like external. I'll call this external geometries, because what the NIF files actually what they do is they reference the geometry, like another mesh in the geometries folder, for what it is. And I've learned that I mean, I guess this is trying to do something to save processing time or processing energy, whatever it is. So I think that's what the reason why they did it. But in terms of creation, like creating, it's a process. It's another step in the process. But external versus internal. I'm probably going to go through the internal method, because like what I learned too is that the internal method, where the geometry is already in the NIF file, it's not referencing an external NIF file or external mesh, it still can be used in the game. So, and I think that's what I saw the options like for Blenders, like it already does that for you. I think it already converts it for you, so then you don't have to worry about the external, like trying to match external. So like it's another pathway you need to match. It's another step of creating the additional geometries or .mesh files that are in a different folder. So and that was weird when I first like imported something into Blender. This was the crazy part, was that, let me see here, where was it? Like I had to just go to the geometries folder, and the geometries folder is not a friendly set of files or folders. So for this one, it's like, all right, that means I just need to download everything. It's like there's no way around it. It's like I gotta download everything. But for people that are doing custom, at least you can. I mean, you technically don't have to do this. You technically don't have to do this. But like when you're trying to just find things for the first time, it's like, all right, if I want to edit like this Microbot or this Minibot, it's like I need to find the geometries for it. So yeah, it's a lot. it's like it's a lot more than I thought. It's a lot more. It's like, wait, I have to do this now. I have to do this. So that was my thought process. Okay, so where were we? LEARNstream stuff. Make things simple. All right. External versus internal mesh. Prefer internal to make things simple, and not refer to an external mesh. All right. So that's when you export it, and then importing it. Import new NIF file. I should say NIF file, or export or import new. It's like, as I'm learning my terminology, import new geometry into an existing grenade to use the properties. Naming king. Oh, yeah, we'll take a look at this because this is interesting too. In the existing grenade.naf files to use the properties found there. Because like it doesn't know it's a grenade. And there's some things I'm seeing when I'm editing the files in Blender that says, okay, I need to do this. Or I need to make sure I have these little things in there to make it work the appropriate way that I want it to. All right. What else is there? Is that it? Is that it? Important? Okay, no, that's definitely not it. All right, so that's just configuring and making sure everything works for the NIF file. Then in game, what do I need to do? I need to create a new grenade. Create a new grenade. I'm going to change out all the change out all the NAF files. We'll keep it simple. Create new projectile, right? Because like it's not only the grenade, it's also what it does. The projectile, the ammunition piece. Create new projectile. Edit properties. Right. Add properties accordingly. There's actually another step before this. Well, okay. I mean, well, in conjunction, create new projectile with the appropriate dependencies. So edit the properties. I want to also edit the explosion, right? So explosion for the grenade. There's going to be two different explosions. Okay, there's two different explosions here. One for the grenade, one for the NPC. Edit the explosion. So I'm going to edit the explosion. Like when the grenade goes down, edit the explosion so it just, instead of exploding, it spawns a Microbot. Okay? So that's what we do. Create new grenade. Create new NPC Microbot with the following. Melee weapon now creates an explosion. That's it. And maybe I'll make it faster, make speed faster. Right? Cuz like, and then I'll look into mine as well, cuz like maybe I want to do it based on proximity, but right now I'm going to do it based on it does an action. Like it needs to get to you first and hit it. Because like one thing about these Microbots, they're like the standard targeting for NPCs, it has a hard time hitting this thing. It's small, right? So that's what I'm doing. That's all I'm gonna do. And if we have time, add different colors to texture. Okay. Woo! Woo, woo, woo! All right, let's start it off. So we're going to work first on the NF. We're working in Blender first. So let's go to Blender. Let's open up Blender. So this is like I've already created one, but let's go. I'll walk through the process with you. So let me I'll save this, and I'll go File, New, General, and then we open up a new file. A new file will always have a camera, a cube, and light. You don't need these, so I'm just gonna drag all these guys, hit delete, removes it all. Then I'm going to go to File. I'm going to go to Import and Starfield on NIF file. Do that. So this is, what is this? This just FYI. What is this? Blender 3.6.18. Why do I have? Why was? Did I don't know. It's like, but anyway, so what you want towards Starfield geometries, the plugin to import the NF files is you need something between 3.6 and 4.0. That's what you need to do. So I thought I had a different version. I thought it was 3.6.9, but I guess not. I don't know. Or maybe this is, who knows? Anyway, it's working. Import starfield.naf file. And, oh, okay, next part. If you don't know, preferences, Starfield. So you import or you install the Starfield geometry bridge. Here's the settings, like where's your data folder and where do you put your exports, at least for now. So that's where I had them. And if you want to install it, you just go to where you download it, but it's going to be in a zip file. You leave it in the zip file. Leave it in a zip file so you don't uncompress the zip file. But yeah, anyway, that's that. File, import, Starfield, and data. So what's great about this, you can set up your bookmarks. It's like I'm going to the data folder because that's where my meshes or different geometries are. So meshes, I'm going to like the original one. So that's the one I have now. But originally, I went all the way down to Minibot A. And then I'm using the base. So let's import the Minibot base. It'll show up like this. So you have all this stuff. You have this guy, this guy, this guy. So what's nice about what I'm trying to do here, the only thing that I care about is the look. So he doesn't have to be moving. He doesn't need all this stuff. I think this stuff gets in the way, actually. I think it identifies it. Oh, this is an NPC. So therefore, like, yeah, and whatever the reason was, I couldn't pick it up. So it's importing all this stuff. You got the base. You got the decals. So those are two different geometries that are put in this NIF file. Meshes, I guess. No, I don't. Should I call it meshes? I don't know. And then yes, you see the skeleton. I don't need a skeleton. So I think what I did is like I just deleted it. But we'll see. But the only thing that I'm worried about here is, do I need? It's like you have all these text pieces. And yes, there are. Wait, is that? Did I see collision in there? So let me look at this root. No, that's the skeleton. I don't need this. So it's somewhere listed in here. See body. So this is. I think this is where they put like interaction stuff. Like where the projectile knows. Like where does it fire from? So at least for this, right? It's like I said, I don't need any of this because all it's doing is. Like, yeah, they have a lid piece, like something that falls off. So this is what, like, when it's dead, when like a Minibot is dead, you see like its lid open up. It has some different things in there. So like this creates all like different possible interactions, how it deals with projectiles, how it may move. So technically, I don't think I need any of this. At least I haven't run, like, at least for my first test, my first go, I didn't need any of it. So I got rid of it. I deleted all of these. So I got to body and I said delete. And only deleted. Wait, what? Or is it com twin? Yeah, so I deleted com twin. Or is it body? Wait, are they not associated with each other? Okay. So I deleted all of these. So I guess what? Oh yeah, I did. Yeah. So that's what I did. I kept that. Did I keep this? I did keep that. So now the next part I notice is like, and this always happens, is that it comes in weird. Like it's not standing correctly. And Well, another thing is like when I did get it standing correctly, it did show up in the right way. But anyway, the whole part was like, all right, I just needed a look. I just needed something for look, so that's why I decided just, hey, let me just edit one of these guys, make it smaller. So what did I do? So what I did was, one, I got it in the right rotation. So you can just, what I did, I mean, you have it here as well, but I hit N and say, all right, let me just get this guy. It pulls out the transform here. Gets the dimensions. I need to move it in this Z axis. Was it Z? Or no, I think it was Y. Or X. I mean, Y, 90. 90, boom. Okay, upside down. So negative 90. Okay, and you can do the decals too. The other geometry in there. And yeah, what you want to do is also maintain the correct correct point. Now, this export scene, I wonder, because like this might have an issue too, but I don't know. I'm not sure yet. But now the next part is change the dimension. So I just initially what I did was I went to scale, and the scale was 0.25, and then I figured out what the dimensions are. 0.25, boom. So those are the dimensions: 0.119, what was this? 0.186. Let me copy that, 0.186, because the other one's easy. So yeah, you had that there. And I'll do this one too. But yeah, so go back to Minibot base, and now I know that it's 1.119, 0.186. So I changed the scale back, because this doesn't, what it does is say, all right, you just scaled it down, but the correct dimensions are still showing, and that doesn't translate. So go back to here. So this was 0.119, and I copied 0.186 and 0.119. Boom. That's what I did. And the decals, I don't care about the decals too much, but yeah, let's get this one too. So 0.12, 0.2, all right. Hit 1, 0.12, paste, 0.12. There. Okay. Whew. So that's the small size. I'm going to go ahead and... yeah, so that's what I did for that. I'm not saving it because I already have one already open. It's like I already did this piece. So I made it smaller. Okay. Now we go into Nifscope. I've opened up the grenade.nif file for these properties. And what I'm going to do is hit File, Save As, because I'm redoing this piece, so this is good. This is okay. I'm now in Meshes. I now have J Ramos Works, Weapons, and I created... So yeah, I'm setting this up, and I was doing some tests earlier today. I want this to Microbot Tracker Grenade. I'm going to save it there. Do I want to replace it? Yes. I'm replacing that. I'm going to keep everything here as is, because, like, let me open up, and I'll show you why. Let me open up what I just saved. Actually, let me see. Don't save that. So, create new. I'm going to import the grenade. So data, meshes, weapons, so grenade. That guy. So that's the grenade. It has these little text files in there. So let me hide grenade and the decals, all that stuff. So it has, wait, did I accidentally turn off one? Might have turned off one. But anyway, there are some properties in here. That one, projectile node. So there's projectile node and grenade frag, which I feel like the one that's most important in there is projectile node. I said I want to keep it. I don't know how to enter that in. It's like if I wanted to say projectile node is like right here, I have no idea. I have no idea how to make that work. But anyway. So yeah, that's where I'm at. So we're here. We're back to Nifscope. We've opened the grenade. Now let's open the, what am I working on? Let's open up the exported NIF file, which is this one. Yeah, this one. Kind of makes me think this looks important. Yeah, I know, right? This looks important. So yeah, now I have this. So this was the export I did. The only thing I'm going to move over is this geometry. So I want to move this geometry over to the grenade and remove this geometries here. So all this stuff, I said, all right, I don't need them anymore. So I hit its block, remove. Or wait, hold on a second. Wait a second. Why is this down here? Let me reopen it again. Hold on a second. Down. Oh, it's supposed to delete the whole thing. Mesh or block. Remove. Oh, remove branch. Remove branch. So yeah, remove just only removes that one single item, and then all these like little children will be abandoned. Or yeah. Let's see here. Block. Remove branch. Control delete. All right. So control delete. Control delete. Control delete. Control delete. You have the knee node, projectile node. I want to keep that. I'm trying. Like this doesn't. This from what I learned, this doesn't work anything. This doesn't do anything. But I'm going to place a new geometry here. So what I do is go here. You can right click, hit block, and then copy the branch, which is Control C. All right, fine, Control C. And then you can go here and just say, I'll click on this, and then block, paste branch, Control V. Put it to the bottom, that's fine. And then what I'm going to do is move it up. So you could right click on it and say, block, move up, or hit Control up. What the heck? Oh, there it goes. All right, yeah, so geometry there is before the knee node. It's number 5. Yeah, so we just delete this. So this is no longer needed. Remove that branch. And then we have our Microbot here. Let's go ahead and save that. Now let me see. Is there anything? Again, I learned a few. So yeah, I don't understand this piece. The BHK physics system, that's where your collision is. Knee node, flags, 14. I mean, I could do this. Like, I've seen this, but it doesn't do anything right now because I think this is the problem. This is the problem that... But yeah, what I would do here is I'd go to... I'd hit, I think, right-click and then hit flags. And then say, all right, it's going to have your Havoc. Where's the Havoc? Oh, that's not this one. Sorry. Oh, this one. This one says Havoc, dynamic, articulated, odd stuff. So, but the thing is, like, I'm not sure what it's applying. Like, I can't apply it to. I can't seem to apply it to here, and this part is just completely off anyway. So it doesn't matter. Hey, what's up, Rickhammer? But yeah, so there you go. That's where we're at. Let's save it. We didn't create a new texture yet. It's still using the Minibot texture, so that's fine. So leave it as that. This. What the heck? Oh. It's like, why did I have another one open? All right, save, save. All right, cool. We have this in. Let's check our steps. Need to make actual mesh file smaller. Done. External versus internal mesh. Oh, we did the internal. So I didn't show that to you, but it automatically exports it when you go to export an NF file. It already exported as an internal geometry versus external. So the geometry is in the NAF file itself. You don't have to go create a separate external geometry and put things in a geometry folder and make sure that's lined up. But if you really wanted to, all you have to do is uncheck, and they'll create the external geometries for you. All right. If you want to go through the external geometry method, which it does have some benefits. It relates to just efficiency and speed. You don't have to load up multiple different. Like you could refer to the same thing. Supposedly, it's refer to the same thing. I don't know, but yeah, if you want to keep things simple in the creation process, then definitely use internal geometry. But yes, so here we are. We have this. Let's bring it in game. So we have our underground. Let it load up. All right. So this is our grenade for now. I mean, it doesn't look correct, but yeah, if you click on it, notice how it's. Look at its collision. So I think that's the default collision. Like, I don't know what it is, but that's fine. You know, that's fine for now until we figure that out. So I'm gonna hit save. And I know my BA2 files are all messed up, but we're referencing loose files in here. All right, let's go in game, all the way over here. Show you what it's like. So now we have. Oh, hold on. I skipped some parts. Hold on a second. What you haven't seen yet. Okay. Because I already configured this stuff. I already configured a big chunk of this already. So let me see. So the Rambot Microbot explosive grenade. So this is the new grenade I created. It's going to be the Minibot tracker grenade. And then under art, you have the model, which is up here. I switched it to the Microbot tracker grenade, and I also changed the first person model. This is what loads up when you this is what loads up in your inventory when you look at it, which is, I mean, I think I need to fix this too, but we're just going to focus on functionality today. Focus on functionality. Let's go. Let's see how long this takes. Trying to find loose files. Functionality discovered something with enable disable marker in an outdoor space and changing objects out. Ooh. The bug is bigger than my head. Closer to the camera. The stuff tied to it has to be set to opposite. Makes sense. Yeah, and that way you could just use one enable disable marker. Wait, are you saying that using one enable disable marker to one disable certain pieces and then enable pieces, or do you need to just set the enabler parent to just be what am I trying to say? Are you trying to disable something or enable something? Because one thing I noticed too is that the parent, the actual enable marker, if you want it to start disabled and everything is disabled according to it, then set it to disable initially. But if you want it to be enabled first, then yeah, you swap it. Okay, let's take a look at the grenade as is. Here it is. Minibot tracker grenade. Equip it. There it goes. Oh, it's notice how it, yeah. It's not very smooth. So maybe, I don't know. Let me reload. Let's look closely at this thing. So here we go. So yeah, even here it's like, all right, it's like I should look at that at some point too. So that's aesthetic. That's an aesthetic piece. So if I go through this, oh, it's not too bad. Okay, cool. So yeah, if without the projectile like text that's found in the on the regular grenade, I couldn't pick it up. And then there's one part like there's another. I guess there's another parameter in there. When you throw it, like it doesn't. If it doesn't know if it's a grenade, it would like stay in front of you. It would stay in front of you. It was so weird. It's like, oh, so yeah. I had to grab the I guess those text properties from the grenade. So that's why I edited an existing grenade as of now. Because like one thing I don't know, right? Like one thing I have no idea about. It's like how do you even if you want to customize it, how do you enter those in? It's like, I have no idea. How do I enter projectile node? Right? And it's this texting. I have no idea. But maybe it's here. I mean, no, that's texture paint. I thought that's a text for some reason. Is it annotate? Oh, I have no idea. No, that's nothing. I don't know. But anyway, I used two markers, one for each stuff. I'll try using just one. That might work. I was having an issue with it working right on either, so I did opposite state. Really? That's weird. That's weird. It's like, I would think that, hey, if the enable marker is set to disabled, then everything that's a children of it would be disabled too. I don't know. Yeah, because it's supposed to, the idea is it's supposed to mimic what the marker's doing at that time, the parent. But yeah, anyway. So we had this issue. Like, so that's why I figured out, I was like, all right, I need to make sure that this is somehow placed in, or make sure that these guys are in there. And the way to do that was just work with the original NIF file. Work with the original F file, and then bring in the geometry of what you want to add to keep that, keep those parameters in there. So there we go. We have a working grenade. So we're technically done with Nifscope and Blender for now. Right? Yeah, we are. it's like, are we? Are we? Do I want to edit this? No, I do not want to. Or do I want to save this? No, I don't care about it. Already got it. That was just a sample. All right. So what is next? Import new geometry in existing grenade. We did that. Create a new grenade. I kind of did that. Change out the NF files. Did that. Create a new projectile. So new projectile, different dependencies. Let's do it. So if editing grenade, I go to ammunition. I've already started a projectile. I've already started a brand new projectile. Let's go ahead and edit the properties. So what do I want it to do? So one, I do not want it to explode, but I do need an explosion to happen. It's a lobber. It's this. Microbot tracker grenade. Collision radius 0.8. Fade duration 0.5. Impact force 0.5. I think these need to be set to 0. And one thing I want to do is, well, I don't know. We'll start here and it'll play around a little bit. So one thought I had is like if you throw it and it lands, then it already goes into its NPC state. That's the thought I have in there. But who knows? Lifetime 100, is that 100 seconds? Can I mouse over this? Tell me what you mean. Alright, cool. That's helping me. Then limit the lifetime of the projectile in seconds. 0 means infinite lifetime. That's a good thing. Especially for the idea that I'm going to create these microbot grenades that when it pops up, then instead of trying to find someone to explode on, it's fighting for you. Kind of like a Pokemon ball. Yes! That's it. Microbot, I choose you. So yeah, I think this is good. Collision radius of the projectile, of course. That's not going to do anything. Impact, alternate trigger. Trigger on impact. Time that must transpire before an explosion occurs. Wait, why is the alt on? I don't understand this. If selected, explosion does not occur when the projectile makes impact. I see. So that's alternate trigger, and then that's what it does. So trigger on impact. That's the idea. Like you throw it, and all of a sudden it just turns into an NPC. Cool. I think that's what I want. So that's the explosion. This is going to trigger. For this, I don't think any of this matters right now. Well, I mean, I'll do this. What I'm saying. Impact force. You understand. Impact force. The strength of the force of the projectile. Yeah, it's not going to do anything. It's just flowing. How long the projectile, typically a beam, will be visible on screen. 0.5. Okay. Not sure about why that matters. 0. And relaunch interval. Like how often projectiles are repeatedly relaunched. Used for projectiles with concentration aim. Oh! Good thoughts, Adir. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think that's right. It's like this is on screen for the projectile, but if it changes to the NPC, it doesn't like remove it. Unless I'm somehow able to throw the NPC as is. That'd be crazy, dude. What if I can set these up as NPCs already and you could pick them up and throw them? That'd be funny. Okay, so we have the projectile. Let's create a new explosion. We need to create a new explosion for this. So let's go through the process. JROM works. Rambot, Microbot, tracker, explosion. Boom. Okay. So none of this happened. So, oh wait. I need two different. Well, I mean, I'll just put a standard grenade at him at first. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I got this. Tracker. I got Microbot. I'll call this spawn. so I know that what this is what it's supposed to do. It's spawning it. Tip or effect on a projectile, spawn projectile, placed object, right. So this could be 0, 0. Now this is this duration. Huh. If the collision radius is 0, will it actually hit the ground and to explode? I mean, well, yeah, because like there's no explosion. I mean, okay, I'm setting it right now so that it doesn't have an explosion when it lands. It just turns into the NPC. That's right. So you see it roll, and all of a sudden it goes into its activation. I can set it up so like, all right, explode, like kind of like poof, Houdini, and all of a sudden you have a moving NPC. So this duration piece right here, that's a trigger, right? Yes, supposedly. So the collision radius is 0. I don't think it'll, because I think the collision. Let me go back here real quick. Save new. The collision at least for. Let's create a new explosion. Give it some time. So collision radius. This is like how much the collision's fear will affect people. So yeah, boom then a bot. So do you want to boot? Do you want to boom then a bot, or do you want to just, hey, the bot's here? I don't know. We'll try it out. We'll try both methods. We'll set up one where there's no explosion. It just starts moving to see if we like that, and say no, it needs boom. Hey, here's a robot. But yeah, so the one that changes its form, there's like, it's the one right here. Trigger on impact or alternate trigger where it says, hey, it's moving for 2.5 seconds before it explodes. Right, so after it's thrown, wait 2.5 seconds, boom. Trigger on impact, that means once it hits something, it should turn into the NPC. That's the thought. And we'll find out. So let's see. Okay, so I need to hit OK here. Reopen it. Get a drop down for it. Tracker spawn, boom. All right, hit OK. Just make sure it's in there. Yeah, the size of the explosion. At least that's what I'm interpreting it as. All right, explosion. So if it's 10 seconds, my gut tells me that, all right, it'll be out there for 10 seconds. Will it though? No, it doesn't, because I'm placing an object in its place. So this doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. None of this matters. Extra large stagger should like it pops it all of a sudden. Oh. They take it. Oh, hey, you know that's true. They throw it, boom, and then here's a robot for you. Sound. There's no sound here. Can I change this? So. And we can always just reference a regular grenade if you want to put some of this stuff back. Oh, but the only thing I need to edit this guy too. I wonder if I could do it here. Oh my gosh, I should have put a filter in. Okay, we're gonna hit OK. We're gonna create our new NPC first. Let's create our new NPC. So, micro. And just for testing purposes first, we're just gonna use a frenzied microbot. So it's gonna pop up. It's not gonna do an explosion just yet, but we just want to say, all right, this is what it is. Rambot, tracker, microbot tracker grenade. Yeah, I'll leave it at. We'll leave it as is. This doesn't matter. Wait. Which one is this? Yeah, This doesn't matter because it's frenzied. Yeah, it is. It's frenzied, so it's going to attack anything for right now. Cool. Start with that. Test it. Make sure. Let's do a save real quick. Okay, go shoot. Sure, so there. That might be helpful too. All right. So tracker grenade. Oh, not this the. Oh, yes, it popped up. All right. This is the actual grenade. This is NPC that pops up. So we're back to ammunition, projectile, explosion. We're replacing the Microbot. So I need the NPC. Microbot tracker grenade. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so if this is what I think it will do, once it lands somewhere, boom, pop, there's a Microbot attacking. Let's find out. Save it. Medium master. All right, start loading up. The longer load times, everybody. Longer load times. And my thought, so I do have a thought on materials folder setup. I feel like I want to move it out. Like only bring it in when it's needed. But here's the thing. The materials folder, like the material editor, that's only needed when you need to apply materials to an NIF file, right? That's the only time when it's needed. So that tells me like anytime beyond that you don't need it, right? it's like that's the only purpose that the materials folder and materials editor has, is just assign DDS files to a specific material collection, and that's it. When it's set, you're done. Okay. Let's see what happens. Okay, well. Oh! Second we go. Attack the other dudes. The files still need to be there when you're working with an object too, though, so they display. Alright, so the comm set works. Hold on. It's like, hold on. There's one thing I looked at it, it's like, So that's kind of... I only have one of these guys in. Well, he's frenzied. Right now, the Microbot's frenzied, so it's going to attack anybody. Do I want a boom? It's like, I feel like I want to... It felt... It felt so, like... anticlimactic, but it's like, oh, there it is. I don't know. Hold on. Let me take a look at it one more time. Let me take a look one more time. It just seems like... Hold on. Take a look at this one more time. Where's the kaboom, right? It's like, there needs to be a kaboom. It just seems so anticlimactic. It's like you see this little thing just firing. It's like I'm here. Dude, just so, it's like so. Here I am, guys. Here I am. Okay. You have an answer on the file DDS answer? Okay. That you're talking about for Xbox? I'm getting my notes. Getting out the notes. Okay. I'll wait for you to type before I try to see. Okay. I feel like I need a boom. It just does not... It didn't feel right at all. Can I get it to explode into 3 or 4? That's a good question. I don't know. So let me look up grenade. Standard grenade. Well, I mean, another thought too is like you could have multiple of these, so you could just throw a bunch of them. That's one thing you do, or you could explode and have like 3. But let me see. Let's get the projectile for the frag grenade. Okay. Let's go and duplicate this. 0.08. 100, Alright, cool. And then let's go check out the explosion. And then at the same time, I'm going to edit this guy. Make sure the compression is BC7, and they will be good for both. Otherwise, Xbox needs BC1, so you need both BC1 and BC5 versions of everything. Is that only for the color? Like the color map? But I mean, let me put that note for it. I asked someone who makes slot skins. Okay. But yeah, is that Is that for every map or just the color map? Not sure why, but that's what they said. Okay. So I don't need, but the good part you're saying is I do not need to make an Xbox compression, like Xbox based compression. So that's good. That's good. So I can just set it up one time. That's the primary part I wanted to figure out. Can I just do this once? Can I just once and everything's good? Okay. Thank you, Sadir. Okay. So I don't think, based on what I'm seeing here, all right, so I got the projectile. What am I editing? I'm editing this guy. So I'm going to put in explosion. I'm going to put back an explosion. As long as you use BC7, just all the DDS files, so all of them I got, maybe? Because like I know that the rough maps and all that stuff. I mean, I can try doing just put BC7 to everything, but that means that like the rough maps and the and other maps might, I don't know. I guess I don't know. All right, I'll start with everything. What was I doing? All right, I was updating the explosion. We need an explosion to happen. That's what I'm feeling. Like an explosion needs to happen. You hit it, boom, and then pops up a. Then it pops up a Microbot. So I'm pulling back all the frag grenade data in here. Oops. 3.5. 8. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, the tab is not going to that one. Interesting. It skips it. Whoa. 0, 0. Stagger. Extra large. Explosion. Con. Med. Impact data. Set is FX project rocket. Impact set. Sound level loud. Yeah, because like based on this, you can only place one object. But I'm looking at this now. Spawn projectile. So what if you can do this and maybe reference another one of these guys? Hold on, let me mouse over it real quick. Use with chain checkbox a projectile to spawn on bounce. What's that mean? I was like, I want to do it. I want to do it. But and then, hold on. So that means I need to create another projectile, right? That does this but doesn't explode the way it does. All right, let's do it. But let me save it first. Save this, and then go back into it. So we're not using this anymore. There's a projectile. We're creating a Microbot set. Multiplying grenades. That's right. it's like the idea was like you throw a grenade and it gives you not just one, but like 3 or something like that. I don't know. That's the idea. We'll figure out if this works or not. All right, so I need where is this called? What is this called again? What's the projectile? J-Ramos works Rambot Microbot. Oh, it's not showing. Does it have to be a specific projectile? It's explosion. I want it to get me a projectile. Oh, it's not showing, dude. Oh, there it is. All right, but I want to change this to something else. So explosive, projectile, explosive, microbot, multiplier. So let's see. Every bounce, 1 grenade. Hello. Is that what it is? I don't know. It does explosion. And this has to be something else, right? We're gonna find out. So this needs to be something else too, like spawn, multiplier. Because like we need to turn this off. Otherwise it'll just be continuously bouncing. What is that what's gonna do? All right, we'll find out. We'll find out. We'll just play. We're playing. We're learning. We're learning. We're gonna learn. We're learning. So this is gonna be the multiplier that doesn't do anything, and it's gonna take some time to create it. Oh, it crashed. Uh-oh. Or did it crash? No, it didn't crash. All right, I just clicked out of it. Whew. Okay. We got the projectile multiplier. Wait a second. Wait a second. All right. Okay, good. Explosion. Initial explosion. Right? Projectile. Rambot. Explosive. Wait a second. Wait a second. Where'd it go? No, that's it, right? Yeah, explosive projectile. Microbot explosive. Yes, yes, that's the one. Hold on a second. Which one's which? I don't know anymore. Okay, got the projectile. There's supposed to be one that's like a multiplier now. Crap, dude. Okay, we got the spawn multiplier. Okay. Hold up, hold up, hold up. There's so much stuff going on here. Okay, okay, this is the original, right? That's the original. It creates a spawn. Right, here's the spawn. The spawn creates... So I'm missing this one. That's what I'm missing. So I need to create another version of this. So this one, projectile, explosives, projectile, spawner, or multiplier, at the bottom of the spawn section. But I'm missing one more projectile. I'm missing, right? I'm not seeing it here. I'm not seeing it there, right? Okay, I'm not seeing it there. It needs one more. I'll call it grenade multiplier. Sure. Sure. Right? Right? Yes, and this one's going to be spawn multiplier. Okay, okay. So this is another projectile. Another projectile is being formed. Okay. Okay, another projectile is being formed. All right, projectile is now formed. Yeah, close it. Just hit this. So, all right, start from the top. Explosion projectile, right? Microbot spawn, perfect. We added the explosion. The explosion now has that, but it's also going to have a spawn projectile multiplier. Yes. And that multiplier is doing this. It's also getting another explosion. A separate explosion. That doesn't do any more projectiles, but yeah, let's leave it big. Let's leave it big. Let's see what happens. I think we got it. Oh, crap. I forgot to put the object filter. Is the count number a delay? I don't know. I don't know. Supposedly, I mean, I know that when I use this for like another weapon, like a beam weapon, or not, like the arc welder, like it would flare out a bunch of stuff from the center point. So I'm guessing for one bounce, okay, my guess right now, one bounce means, oh crap. One bounce means one spawn. Because it hit. So I'm guessing there will be two that shows up right now. It's probably the number of projectiles like the Hornets. That's a thought. But if you see it from the Hornet, like from the Hornet's nest thought, that means you throw 3 at a time or multiple at a time. But I don't know. I don't know. I think we just need to look at it. What happens? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's what it says. I don't know. Medium master. Save. All right. And while we start loading up, let me use the bathroom real quick. Be right back, guys. All right. Let's see what happens. There's a lot of... oh, man. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's see what happens. It's only one. We only had one. Fine. Okay. We only had one. Let's see. It's like, maybe it needs to have a bounce. I don't know. Let's go back here. Let's go back here. don't know. Might need a count then. Does it need a bounce or does it need a hit? Let me see. Oh, it didn't hit the chain. So that was missing. Okay, maybe that's it. We'll find out. Again. Make the spawn count one. Wait, where was that? Where was that? There's a spawn count? Oh! That's right, I left it at 0, huh? Let's do that too. So I forgot this. Spawn count, I didn't do that. Okay. Dump number 2. The anticipation. I wonder if this is about where it starts loading things. Because yeah, this is where it lags a lot. There we go. Oh. How cool is that? Okay. Let's see what happens here. Oh my gosh. Oh, hold on a second. Let's try one more time. Didn't like. Okay, it might not have liked that. I don't know. Although it got 3. Okay. Like growing grenade if the timer is 2.5 count. Oh no, if I hold, let's find out. I think it's gonna crash again. Okay, I didn't turn off collision. Whoa. Dude. Do you see that bounce? I don't think it likes it. Hold on. You see that bounce was like so big. Hold on. Totally guess based on seeing it freeze when done. Oh yeah. It's like when I had it was the collision. It was the collision. Like, I had collision off, and that's why it stayed in front of me. Because like so I left collision on that time. So which part did it not like? I think it's Super Ball Bot. It bounced out. It just bounced out. Because I mean, like this, I know the spawn projectile that's usually used for like at least from what I've seen or from what I've seen how it's used, it was used for like the Tesla. Let me look at Tesla real quick. Oops. Tesla rounds explosion. Oh, it doesn't have it here. Weird. What? Oh, did it do this? No, that's not it. Ah, crap. It's gonna take a long time to load again. Just bounced out, dude. Totally just bounced out. Okay. Let me see here. Rounds. Tesla slow effect. I want to see the. I know what I can do. I can look up my arc welder. Oh, not that one. This one. That was a test. That didn't work the way I thought it would. Okay. So it has explosions here, right? Explosions had a projectile for the Tesla rounds. So there's no, I didn't have a chain. I didn't have a count. And then Tesla rounds, so this, I'm just using, okay, that's my Tesla round. I don't know. Because the thing about the Tesla round, it's based on you hitting something, right? Oh, but man, it would have been really cool if we could spawn 3 at once. I don't know if it's gonna happen. Okay, but here, we're at the projectile again. Let's look at the explosion. So I didn't have chain on there. But maybe this count would help. So yeah, let's remove chain because I think that's what created the big, huge bounce. If checked, then you can select the projectile to spawn on a bounce. It has to match the type, projectile, beam. Oh! It has to match the type of projectile, beam, missile. Wait, it's fine. That should be fine, right? It should be fine. All right. Well, anyway, we're gonna test one. And if it doesn't work, then I don't think this concept will take off. But that'd have been so cool, though. It would have been really cool. Oh, export. Okay. Instead of triggering an explosion when it lands, can it trigger another spawn? It was trying to find another projectile. So it needs to be done through a projectile. But the question is, we're not setting off the projectile. So we remove the chain because that might have played a role into like that super big bounce. Let's see what happens. But we have a count of 1 on that piece. Alright, so it's just 1. Let's see. Let's take a look at it again. So it needs to, like, for this one, place object. Boom, that's fine. But we need to spawn another projectile. And a projectile, in order for it to spawn an object, it needs to be an explosion. What if the count was 3? Just make it 3? Okay, let's do it. I don't know, because we don't know what it is, right? Let's just do it. So we'll check the. Let me check the other one. wonder if it's because I have this set as a lobber. I think there might be something to this too. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. Collision layer. Oh, I don't know what that is. And then we have another explosion. Trigger on impact. Which will give you another bot. And we don't have another spawn here, so that's what we're trying to do. But yeah, so we should see another explosion. I guess we'll find out. We'll find out. So another thought I could do is like, all right, just mimic what the Tesla does, and it kind of has like, it expands out, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. It's like, I'll explore that piece because I know that I can do it with like the Tesla particles going out. Maybe there's something there. Can I spawn a pack-in? That's a thought. Let me take a look real quick before I open up the game. I don't think you put actors in packets. That's another thought too. That's another part I thought I had in there too. But what if... Yeah, I want to see what the drop down is. Is there a way to make an array? Huh, I don't know. So placed object. I'm opening up the whole thing right now. So you can see every single object that can be placed in here. You can put pack-ins. You can put hazards. You can put actions or artifacts. Weapons, projectiles, projectile. If I can put a projectile in, well, does it? No, right? No, it shouldn't do that, right? It should. If you put a projectile, wouldn't that just be? It's not an item though. Okay, so you can put pack-ins. What is this? What's it? Oh, active. What? So this, okay, so this is everything that I can put in there. Which actually is, oh, I have micro on here. You can put spawn markers in a pack-in. You can. How do we activate it though? Just reload everything then. So it's every form essentially. Maybe this was a big mistake. Like, let me turn off the filters. Like, I don't know. So this is technically everything. Well, it's a lot. Easy. Just do type. Furniture, that'd be funny. So the only problem is that cancel that. So my thought is that I would create, like, if this doesn't work, because like I think that the lobber problem, I think the lob is a problem. Like I can do, I mean, what I'll do for the next test, if this doesn't work, then I'll just switch it to the arc welder projectile just to see, just to test to see, all right, is it actually spawning something? If it's spawning something, then maybe I can set the arc welder projectile to, because like the arc welder projectile does have an explosion attached to it. Maybe that's how we create another object. It's like create another projectile, but it's not a lobber based one that could spread out and then create additional placed objects. That's my thought right now. So let's just try 3, because like we took off the chain, and then we'll change the projectile type and see if that can possibly create additional spawns. Because we just need to figure out a way to set off another explosion, right? Set off another explosion, and that's another potential spawn point. Did I do it? Okay. Next attempt. My gut tells me that this probably won't work. We'll see. Oh, crap. Oh, okay. Whoops. It hurt himself. We got the explosion multiple times, but we didn't get the spawns. Because this guy's hurt. So it did spawn the explosion. It did spawn the projectile. But we didn't get multiple dudes. I wonder why. We got multiple projectiles. So we got this projectile multiplier. So this happened. We got 3 different explosions because that guy got hurt. But what we didn't get is multiple spawns. Let's take a look at this guy, the multiplier. Wait, no, so it should. Place an object. Wait, no, that's not right. I put an explosion at this part. It's supposed to be the NPC. I think that's where I messed up then. Where's this guy, dude? So it needs to spawn the Microbot. Tracker grenade. There. Okay. So we did get 3 explosions. Because we hurt our buddy. This might work. I just didn't have the right spawning thing. Okay. So close. We're so close. I think it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna work. It's gonna work. We saw different explosions. We saw multiple explosions, and And then the only thing we just configure that they're supposed to bond those other objects. So if that's the case, we should see an additional 3. So there should be 4 in there. That's what it should be. That's what it should be, 4. Exciting, exciting. Collision back on. Alright, moment of truth. No! I know we got the explosions happening. No spawns. Oh, man. Ugh. So hoping for that to happen. Follow this track again. We got explosion. Explosion spawned this. Another projectile. Fire off. We had 3 different explosions happen. Because that guy was hurt. But the object that was supposed to be there didn't pop. Wait, did I choose the NPC? Or did I just choose the grenade? Hold on, dude. Hold on. Make sure it's an NPC. Tracker grenade. Yeah, that was it. Ah! Thought that was it, dude. I really thought that was it. Because it has a Microbot tracker grenade. Microbot tracker grenade. Boo. I wonder, because it might be the trigger. Would it be the trigger on impact? Can I do this and like, hey, let's do a delay for 1. Will that help? Because what I'm guessing what it's doing is just shooting out other projectiles. Let's find out. That's all we do is we just find out. Let's try it. All right. Whew. Load up. Load up. Okay. Maybe should put the grenades in the testing area. Okay. See what happens. Huh. Well. I was like, well. Well. So the other options besides this is that we can just say 3 projectiles happen. That's one thing we would go. I'm going to turn off this spawn of the projectiles because we couldn't do it that way. At least that's what it seems like. So remove this. Set that for none. Explosion happened. But yeah, so now you just get 3. Right? It's like, right? Is that what happens? You get 3 now. Yeah, I do wonder what it looks like though. Does it, if it stays in the same spot? Like, here's an interesting thing. If the 3 projectiles stay in the same spot, it might not look so bad. I don't know. I was like, I don't know. But at least we got one. We got one working. Another thought would be interesting is that maybe you have one robot, and when you kill it and it destroys and it maybe explodes, and all of a sudden there's 3 robots in its place, or another robot in its place. That could be something else too. Whoa. Okay, there's 3. There's 3. Did one of them die? In the explosion? Because there was 3 of them? They're fighting each other. Huh. almost like I would rather have a launcher. Instead of throwing one grenade, like you have a launcher that might throw 3. Or something like that. Huh. Thoughts. It would have been so cool if one turned into 3, though. I'll admit that. It would have been really cool if you saw that happen. 3 projectiles. Oh, I'm stuck on it. I want to figure it out now. Hold on. Okay. I mean, that's easy. Like, number of projectiles, that's easy. That can be done. So is it okay. Explosion happens. Then explosion happens again, or this is the initial explosion. Let me just see this. Oh, really? Okay. Let me just try a different thing. I'll just name it later, but let me see. I don't know if this will help, but we'll see. Spawn. Just where spawn, right? Shoot, I don't remember. Yeah. Okay. Just trying a different projectile for a test. See what happens. Then it should show up. I thought it would show up. Spot multiply projectile. Okay. There it is. I don't know if this. I don't think. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if this make a difference or not. Ah, crap. I forgot to... Looks like I'm watching myself over here. I forgot to export it as a master. Shoot. There we go. Alright. That's what I was waiting for. So we'll do this, well, we'll check this idea out, see if we can get 3. I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not confident in it, but I wonder if it's done as a means to not have something go crazy. Like it doesn't spawn the other objects through this method because it could get really crazy. I don't know. Okay. Oops. I really should put the grenade here, but that's okay. Oh my gosh, it worked. It was a different beam. You needed a different beam to make it happen. Oh, that's funny. We did it. I was like, oh, hey, we did it. Oh, that's so funny. You just need to spread out. Or, I don't know. It's like, that's so funny. It's like, I was going in there, it's like, I don't know if this will work. I don't know, man. It wasn't working for the lobber. but it just worked on a different beam. Like, I wonder if that like that, it was kind of like designed for to spread out. Can you show what camera it was? Yeah. Oh, it worked. That's crazy. Okay, so it was a type of beam that for the projectile, right? Instead of duplicating the same grenade, and I don't know, maybe it could work for a different type of projectile, but so on explosion, right? It was going to spawn another projectile. So I used a different projectile type. It was a beam. And so this is based on another projectile created for the what's it called? The arc welder. So this is part of an arc welder. So I had this. I mean, it had these different. I don't know if this has anything to do it. Maybe. I mean, I'll do one more test. Just go back to the other one and say, hey, just set up these other. Maybe it's continuous impacts. Maybe continuous impacts was a key piece to this. Let me see. If checked, the projectile impacts are continuously updated instead of recreated each frame like beam projectiles. I don't know. Maybe it's some of these that played a role into it. But yeah, so I changed the projectile to be something else. I went to the beam because I knew that worked with the Tesla, like the Tesla effects. Like the Tesla effects would spread out, and so that's what I saw. I was like, all right, I know that the Tesla worked or the beam would work. Let me just go with like multiplying things. So let me try that, and then the explosion, right? We went back to the spawn multiplier. So that's the same as we had before. Had the explosions. But yeah, so the difference here was the projectile type. That's what it was. Woo! Now that's pretty cool. Didn't expect that to happen. Nice. So, I mean, if I was going the route that I was going to go, it's getting pretty late already. The route I was going to go, like one, I think I was going to have one grenade be like, hey, here's some fighters for you. The other grenade that I want was something that was going to explode, and this is like it would, and this is the idea that I would do, right? For its inventory, I would take out its ranged weapon. Right? I'm just going to let you know what I was going to do. I was going to take out its ranged weapon, and then I would actually edit. So I'd do an edit race override, and in its combat data, it has this unarmed weapon, right? So the unarmed weapon, what I would do is it has a hand-to-hand melee, but what would happen is that when it does damage, right? When it does damage, it's going to, or let me see. Yeah, there's no ammo, there's no projectile. But the idea is when it does damage, it will do explosive, right? It will do explosive. Or is it flame? I don't know anymore. But anyway, the idea was when it hits somebody with a melee, right? And maybe I need to do it through a mod. Yeah, maybe that's where I need to do it. I do it through a mod. Oops. What is on here? It's not through here, right? Mod. Why is there nothing showing up right now? But anyway, when I figured it out, the idea is that it will create, like, when it hits with its melee, it will create an explosion. That's my thought for it right now. And when it explodes itself, and it does huge damage. That's the idea. So that's the thought. And we'll see how it goes. So that's the other part that I was going to figure out tonight, but I'm running out of time. I need to get ready for bed and so forth. But so we at least we're able to like get to the part where, hey, it's creating multiple NPCs that are attacking you. So that's pretty neat. You have a grenade that throw it, boom, and you have multiple of these guys. Let me just duplicate this guy once. Oops. And I think the other part that I was going to show when it got there was, all right, let me just show you how I was doing coloring in Blender. So I would have loaded up that same Microbot grenade, and then, well, actually, no, it's in a new spot now. So it's brand new, general. Get rid of all this. We'll import it as it was before because I created a new one. Data, meshes, J almost works. So weapons, this guy. That's the one. That's the new one. Oh, sweet. So yeah, I would click on this, and then, like it, I would grab the material file. So here's the materials. So yeah, I click on it, go to materials, and what I would do is I would set up. Oh, it's already detecting its materials. Huh, interesting. So what do I do here? This isn't right. Oh, use nodes. Yeah. Go to here, click use nodes, and then you can find at the base color what the what image map you're using. So image texture. Oh, you didn't see any of that. Hold on a sec. Let me move my camera. So yeah, on this bottom right, you have this icon for materials, for material properties. And what I did was I went and hit go here and hit use nodes, and you have the option or base color where you can choose the image texture. And then we have image texture set here, then you click open, and then find your texture that you want to use. I'm probably gonna set one here for J Almost Works, but let's just show you what I would do. Go to actors. Well, okay, there might be one other step too. There might be one other step because like it might not open a DDS files as is. Yeah, it's not gonna open it. So what you need to do, more steps. So you need to create that, set up that DDS file as a PNG. So let's go ahead and do that. So data, we're going into textures, actors, and maybe I'll use this opportunity to create a new folder here. J almost works. New folder. So I'll maintain the structure this way to help me stay organized. Weapons, and then it was Microbot. Is that what I called it? Yeah, let's maintain this. Boom. Okay. So there we are. So then we're going back into the meshes, the actors, Minibot A. We're going back to the original. Oops, sorry. I'm supposed to be in the textures. Textures. There you go. Weapons. Not weapons. Actors. Because that's where the Minibot is. Minibot A space A. So we got one of these guys. So these need to be turned into a PNG. So Minibot base color. So we're gonna. So it's gonna be open up in Paint right now. That's why I have a default set. And then file save as. Can't be a DDS, so I want it to be a PNG. And then I'm going to go back to my textures. So now I'm setting up this standard set. I'm going to work with a PNG first. This is fine. That's fine. Hit OK. Then we're back in here. Let's open up the correct one. So we're going back into data, textures. Man, there's so much involved in this. And then if you go into render, there you go. Hey. So what I would do to paint this is now I'd go into this section called Texture Paint. It opens the windows, so you can kind of see, all right, these are things where things are at. And there's your file here too. So what you can do is you paint directly on here. So I'll probably make it look dangerous, like red and blacks. So you can do that, and you can see like where it lands on the map. Another thing you can do is that I'm probably gonna show like a full tutorial on this eventually someday. Oh yeah, I will, because like what I would do is like, all right, if I want to isolate a part of it better, I go to edit mode, and you can start seeing where all the meshes line up. And what I would do is select the face mode. So you have your option to select the vertices, lines, or edges, or the full face. So if I click on face, I can click that. If I click on the vertices, you have that option too, or the edges. But I'd rather just like, all right, I'm just selecting a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm just gonna do this. Boom. Boom. Oh yeah, hold shift. Hold shift so you can get a bunch of faces. So this is how I color now. It's like, all right, like, oops, no, not that one. All right. So yeah, so I want to only want to color this piece, and if you look at the UV map, you can see like all the areas that are selected to color those areas. So I thought that was interesting. Okay, and then when you're done selecting this piece, go back into texture paint on this window, and you can only color that area. Oh wait, wait, what? I totally thought. Wait, how did I do it before? That's so weird, guys. Hold on a second. That is so funny, because I was doing this before where I was able to isolate it, and now it's not isolated. Uh-oh. Like, how did I do it then? Paint mask. Oh, that's what it was. Paint mask. So I forgot to turn on paint mask here. So yeah, that's how I'm able to select a certain spot only and then color it in. So super helpful. Oh my goodness, guys. Of course, I'm covering rid of this textures too, but like if I just wanted to get one nice simple coloring paint, I mean, of course you could just say, all right, when you have that set, just hit fill. Oh, I filled it with white. But yeah, super, super nice features. Like, all right, cool. I just want to figure out, I only want to paint something in this area. You can set it up so that you can just paint mask it. So that's what I would do. Go to edit mode, select all the faces or whatever. And I mean, yeah, you could even set up different masks as well. Notice that you could select different masks. So you get all, what's that? Can't see it. All right, that's everything. Whoa. And somehow I got these spots. So I must have accidentally selected them. But yeah, that's what I wanted to show tonight, or get to the point too. So I wanted to eventually get to the place where I am was editing the bomb a little bit more. So yeah, so that's what I was gonna do, and maybe put like, I don't know, a bomb type of thing here. I don't know. So many directions I could go with in that spot. But yes. So that's the whole like trajectory I was going. So let me see. Let me go look into what we were able to do for our LEARNstream, at least what we have for now. All right. Create new projectile dependencies. We added dependencies. We added explosion. We spawned spawn multiple microbots. We're able to get to that point. Boom. 3 with 1 grenade. Create a new NPC microbot with the following melee weapon. So we didn't do this part, but I'll be doing that on my own. And we showed how to add different colors to texture in Blender. So once you've done that, all right, here's the thing. Here's the other part. Let's just finish this part a little bit more. You have edited the image, but it's not saved yet. So make sure you go Image and Save. All right. And then when you have it done, now you can take it back into Paint or whatever. There you go. And then you can do Save as a or DDS file extension. Hit Save. It'll give you all the different types of compressions you want. So as now, I did BC1 because that's what I saw. But if you want to do BC7, that's available to you too. If that technically works for both Xbox and PC, awesome. But I think that could work too. But I don't know. I know that I realized that I was saving, for some reason I had BC3 DXT5 set for my color map when I was exporting it, and that might have been the issue. So I was waiting. I just need someone to confirm it, before I buy my own Xbox. I don't know. I don't want to do that. That sounds like that's way too much just for test these guys out. But who knows? We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, that's what we got. Save it. I'm going to go with what I know. What I've seen is BC1 sRGB. That's what all the rest of the files, at least for PC, are set to. And then make sure you have generate bitmaps by cubic. That's fine. Hit OK. There we go. That's it. That's it, right? We're good. We're good, guys. Woo! That was a fun learn stream. You've actually figured out a lot. And then the only thing I want to do now is, like, for at least from the issues, I want to confirm these. Like exporting it so that Xbox can see the different new textures. And then, at least on my own, I'm going to start creating that explosive piece. You picked up a Series S? Nice. Is that good enough? I'm not sure like which one I should do. Should I just go Series S? Because I know that's cheaper, right? I'm looking it up now. I'm looking up Series S. Right? I'm totally would. Okay. Might eBay that one then. All right, yeah, I might do that because like that'd be helpful. Like, all right, guys, I think that's it for me tonight. Is that for me? Is that it for me? That's it for me tonight. Showed several things. I'll be working on some tutorials. I'll be finishing off that robot. But yeah, because like the part that I wanted to figure out is like before I go ham on textures, I want to confirm the process to make sure it works for everybody. That's what I wanted to do. So there we go. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. Hope you had an amazing time hanging out tonight. I'm back here. Is it next Tuesday? Next Tuesday, 17th. Yes. 24th, no. New Year's Eve, no. So yeah, next one will be the last learn stream for the year. I'll be still working like on tutorials and my creations offline. But beyond that, guys, thank you so much for joining. Thanks so much, Baba Louie. Thank you much to Deer, especially for the tips as well. But hopefully that was exciting. Just trying to figure that out. It's like, okay, there's certain types of projectiles that might work for this concept, and some that might not. So there you go. Thanks again, guys. Hope you have an amazing night. I'll be back next week. And in the meantime, like, be on the lookout for more updates just offline. And yeah, we'll see you all next time. Cool. I think we're good. Awesome. Cool. what was I gonna do? I'm gonna do this. Here we go. Hey, booty call music. What? Alright guys, peace out. See you next time. And thank you so much to all love and support as always. Stand on our hearts. Without you, we just wouldn't be doing what we're doing. We're having fun and creating some awesome stuff, and that's helpful to everybody out. Just enjoy the world. That's it. Cool. Peace out, guys.